He know where my mama stay. He know where your mama stay. You said he had a gun when you seen him. How many people in the hood play like that? I'm back. Henny and Fried Crabs podcast, episode 38. I didn't plan on shooting this week because it's been a rough week. But I got to, because I got to address some things. As y'all can see in the title, my podcast got me fired. Where I got fired from, I'll get into that in a few seconds. First, I just want to say rest in peace to Coach Franks. I lost a father figure. I lost a mentor. One of my second mentors that got me in the coaching track, they gave me a chance, gave me an opportunity, believed in me, encouraged me, loved me. Just was something important in my life. That's why I'm a little hurt now, because it's crazy. But, I want to send a rest in peace to him. I'm praying for his sons, his family, his wife. Coach Franks, I'm going to miss you. One of the purest souls I ever been around in my life. I don't know where I would be as a coach if it wasn't for you. And I'm just so grateful and appreciative of the opportunity you gave me. Just believing in me. Just sowing that seed in me. And like I say, I'll get into the things I was able to accomplish from his efforts and his sacrifice towards me. But yeah, so I've been out of coaching for 2 years. I retired from the school that I was at in Norfolk, Virginia in 2020. Then I moved to DC area. Was out of coaching for 2 years, just trying to find myself, trying to get my podcast started. Just trying to do some self-reflecting of who I am and what I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. This podcast was something that I've always wanted to do since 2015 when I first brought it up on Facebook about me starting this. So I'm going to jump around a little bit because I was actually back home in the 757 when I found out about my mentor passing. 2 days I was a wreck. I mean, it crushed me, killed me. It was way too young. Coach Franks lived a long life, but a great life, but had so much more life to live. So I got back here on Monday because I accepted. My girl got a head coaching job as the head track and field coach at Archbishop Spalding. And initially, I didn't want to get back into coaching. High school. It's a lot of politics. It's a lot of BS that goes into that. But I wanted her to be successful. I looked at an opportunity to do what God blessed me to do. Everybody that knows me knows that coaching is just something I've loved since the day, I started doing sports. Every coach that's ever been under me said, you're going to be a coach one day, because they knew who I was. So anyway, we accepted a job maybe in August, September at Archbishop Spalding in Severance, Maryland. I gotta say the name. I ain't gonna send subs. I'm going to put a name on it. Was doing a great job, you know. Changing the program changing programs aren't always easy. Kids are used to a certain way. Parents are used to a certain way. And I knew this school was going to be a little different because it's a private school. So, you know, you're dealing with privilege a little bit. You're dealing with, you know, people that want to do it their way. Neither here nor there. At some point, I kind of knew my podcast would have been an issue. But my podcast has always been about positivity. It's always been about love, uplifting. And that's one thing. I got to set the record straight. I can't let nobody else magnify what they see as negative and minimize the positive in it. Because that's what they'll always do. And I know I'm never going to be able to please everybody. I take accountability. Some language in my podcast isn't always the best. But one thing about YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts, you have to check explicit. You have to check no, this is not made for children. So they put you in a certain algorithm for adults, 18 and up. We talk about everything on my podcast. And like I said, I'm not saying that some language can't be offensive to people. But the language that you might find offensive, if you listen to my podcast and you've listened to plenty of them, I let you know when I say the word bitch, it's not for offense. It's for comedic shock. I mean, that's where you find my podcast first and foremost. You find my podcast in the comedy section on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon. So somehow, some way, I don't know. Somebody found my IG or TikTok, and they sent I guess a couple clips to the school. And I'm like, that's cool that you find one clip that you may feel offensive because I'm saying bitch or may say nigga a few times more than I should. I always think about when I record because I think about, dang, will my mom listen to this? And then I understand my mom know who I am. People who know me know who I am. So this narrative is for the people who doesn't know who I am, who don't know who I am. I have to set the record straight. Let the record reflect for the people who don't know me, who don't know what my podcast is about, who took one or two clips that was offensive to you and got me terminated. And this is my thing. You're not really hurting me. You're hurting the countless kids that I already was helping. Because y'all all can go look about the job that me and my girlfriend was doing there. Also with a couple other coaches, Coach Keith, Coach Beth, and the support of the parents that were supporting us and, and just backing us up. But once again, I had to let the record reflect. If you're going to talk about my podcast, you're going to have to talk about it with some type of respect. I started my podcast to uplift, to show love, to give light to people who didn't have it. Yeah, you can find a clip where we're talking about having sex. Talking about clubs in my area. But why don't you talk about, because out of 37 episodes, talk about the entrepreneurs that I've put on my platform to promote them. Because you know they saying all the way he's saying the BITC word, the bitch word. Talk about the women that I put up there that I'm highlighting their business. The college graduates. The kids that I've coached. That's been through things, that have a story to tell. That I put on my podcast about graduating from college. Doing good things in their life. About the girl that's been exposed on Facebook. Been to jail a couple times. But also highlighted who she is as a mother. Who she is as a sister. About how she changed her life. Talk about how I use my Instagram and my TikTok and my Facebook to promote countless artists in my area. Businesses in my area. Athletes. Family members. People that I don't even know. That I highlight. And nobody else is doing it. Not one time can you find on my podcast in 37 episodes where I'm promoting violence. Where I'm promoting illegal activities. Where I'm promoting bullshit that's going on in our community. I'm just asking, did you send the clip of Giovanni Ruffin? A story that because I coach athletes. I coach teenagers that's going to make a lot of mistakes in their life. Not going to get the grades. I found people to be able to say, hey, you can make a lot of mistakes. Keep going, though. Keep pushing. Things going to happen with your parents. Things going to happen in your life. Keep pushing. He's now he is the most sought after athletic trainer in the 757 area. He's on my podcast. I'm asking you, did you send the clip of a kid that I used to coach that football didn't work out for him? Told his story about how he worked his way to now he's a club owner. Did you send that? Did you send the clip of the black female that I didn't know from Adam and Eve, but found her on Instagram and say, you know what, I'm going to bring her to my podcast. She got her own business. Started her own skincare line. Do you talk about, did you send the clip of out of 37 episodes, about 30 of them, I'm wearing entrepreneurs' clothes. 2 of my episodes, I had a kid named Carson White. He started a clothing line. I'm wearing his clothes. No, he didn't give it to me. I paid for it. and I put it on. I'm asking you that. No, you didn't. You sent the clip where I'm saying bitch or talking about sex. Because that offended you. But if you gonna tell the negative things, make sure you send the positive things that I do with my platform. The people of the story that I'm telling. Ricky Haley, high school, was in jail, had charges. God allowed him to see it through. College graduate, put him on my podcast. Anthony Smith, HBCU graduate, on my podcast. LaShawn Hayes, the only black-owned Geico office in DC. Every episode, I promote his business. Talking about getting help for mental health issues. Just asking y'all, have you done that? And not only that, when you speak a narrative of me, even as a coach, talk about the hundreds of kids that I sent to school. I lost count. Millions of scholarships that I've helped do. And I damn sure don't do it for the money. My podcast don't make no money. So me promoting, me giving light to people, I don't make no money off of it. I'm doing this for love. That's a conversation you could have had with me. Say, hey, coach, you know, you're saying a little wild stuff up there. You know, I found it, you know. We could have had a conversation because I could have let you know some of that stuff is to get viewers. Because when I do get them, I do more positive. I speak more light. I use my platform more for good than the negative you see. And my only thing, Archbishop Spalding, y'all gonna say, oh, it's a code of conduct violation. I sit out there and listen to the lacrosse coach cuss the kids out every day. Let's talk about it. All white coaches. All white team. They play hip hop music, rap music all day, not edited. So if we talking about code of conduct, it's got to be even it's got to be fair all the way around the board. It's got to be fair all the way around the board, man. I feel some type of way about it. My main goal as a coach was to always do more than was done for me. There's not a coach ever that I've ever met that put more time into high school sports than me. And my last high school speaks for itself. It's not nobody in Norfolk who's put more time into one school, one program, not even just track, football than me. Nobody sent more kids to school than me. Nobody sat in more courtrooms supporting kids, giving kids chances. Not one kid could ever tell you I turned my back on them. Not one kid could ever say that when they ever needed me, I wasn't the first person they could call. So when you give the narrative of me, Coach E, you better make sure you give it right. I'm not going to sit back and let that narrative of me, of my podcast, ruin who I am as a coach, as a man, as a son, as a brother, as a boyfriend. I won't do it. So Archbishop Spalding, you got a fight on your hand now. And like I said, I'm not running from the accountability of things that people may see, and I can fix those things. But once again, out of 37 episodes, how much positive am I spewing? If you're going to follow me, follow my Instagram so you can see how much I encourage people, how much I promote people, how much I share my light with them. I don't get no money from it. I damn sure don't get no money from coaching. Let's be clear. For 12 years at Maury High School, I made $226 every 2 weeks coaching. And that's only for a 3-month time. For indoor, then a 3-month time outdoor. And everybody will tell you, I'm back coaching in July. I coach from July, August, September, October, November for free. Countless hours. At Archbishop. When they hired us in August, we started practicing. Didn't receive a dime. They paid me $4,000 for 3.5 months of work. We there 3.5, 4 hours every day for practice, meets 12 hours. If you ever been to a track meet, you know 12 hours. Y'all break that down. I don't do it for money. I make that at my job 2 weeks. So when y'all do stuff like that, y'all think y'all hurting me. It ain't hurting me. You hurting kids. Because everybody that know me know that it's about me changing kids' lives and changing their trajectory in life. Not all of them going to be pros. Not all of them going to go to college. But all of them can guarantee you, if I ever coach you, I'm going to support you. I'm going to encourage you. When you need me, I got you. Whether it's 10 years from me coaching you, whether it's 2 years from you leaving me, whether it's the day after. So I'm going to let the record reflect who I am as a man and who I am as a coach. But right now, we're going to talk about my podcast. Because that's the thing that got me fired. And I'm transparent of who I am. Kids can ask me anything. I never lie to them about who I am and what I am. They need real people around them. They need people that's going to tell them the truth. They need people that's going to say, yeah, I'm wrong there. They need people to understand you're going to have some wrongdoings you're going to do. You going to have some things that everybody ain't going to keep going. Keep pressing. Just asking you, when you speak of my podcast, don't speak of my podcast in a negative light because you don't like the language that's in it. That you don't like some of the conversations that I'm having. Go look at the whole episodes. Go look at the whole episode of the one that Susie Lou came from nothing. She's one of the most sought after custom design cake lady in the 757. That's why I had her on my podcast, to promote her. Whether she made $1 from me, whether she didn't, I did that to promote her. She's an interesting person. Dope. Yeah, we talked about me having sex with 600-pound life, because that's one of the clips they said it's an issue. It's on my Instagram. But like I said, go look at all the pictures of me wearing clothing from other people. A mere driver, entrepreneur, hip hop artist. Come up in our community. I put them on my platform to shed light to them. You can't find an episode up here where I put nobody up here and didn't want to shed light on them. Didn't want to show them love. So yeah, I'm fucking pissed that the narrative about my podcast is negative. That I would somehow not be a good leader for kids. I've shown I'm a great fucking leader. I've been coaching since 2003. Ain't no smut on my name. Find a kid that said that I didn't do any and everything in my fucking will to help them succeed. Money out of my own pocket. Two fucking years, I rode in Ubers every day to make sure I was committed to the kids. Ain't missed a day in my life of practice. So when you speak of me, speak of that. Speak of the dedication. Speak of the fucking sacrifices I've made to make sure kids was better off. And not just the ones I coached. I taught in the school. I taught algebra. I was a grad point teacher. You know how many kids I sat and helped with work so they could graduate and do something with themselves? So when you put this fucking narrative out here that I ain't a good coach or role model or whatever, I ain't going for it. Yeah, I said bitch in the podcast. And I've explained I never say that in a derogatory manner to a black female, white female, no female. I don't do nothing but uplift women on my platform. And I'm going to talk shit about them every now and then. Yup. In a comical way. I sacrifice seeing my nieces and nephews for other people's kids. And like I said, all of them to this day, every kid that I've coached, hundreds of them, I can't even remember all of them. Know if they got my number and anything they've ever needed. I'm the first one they can call when nobody got your back. I had a kid on that team do some crazy stuff to me, and come on, you good, you a kid. Took her back with open arms. She'll tell you. Didn't coach her no less. Didn't treat her no less. She tried to get me fired earlier. And she'll tell you, I was still committed to her being successful. Like I say, y'all ain't hurting me. And the fact a parent would sabotage their own kids' progression. Because I'm a hell of a track coach. I'm going to tell you that right now. It ain't just about the time I put in. I can coach track. I can coach anything. I coached junior college girls basketball for 8 years. They'll tell you how committed I was. I coached football for 15 years. They'll tell you how committed I am. So Archbishop Spalding, when you speak of Imam Muhammad Ibn Islam, make sure you put some fucking respect on my name. Put some respect on my podcast and what it's doing in my community. And I understand y'all don't understand my community. You don't understand my culture. I fucking get it. But what you're not going to do, you're not going to turn me into a bad guy. Because I know why I started this thing. I know who I am. And like I said, out of 37 episodes, go listen to them. Don't just go look at no clips. Go listen to the love I show. Laughter is good. Don't be that 600-pound life was funny. You should have laughed. But I understand not everybody is doing good in themselves. So sometimes they project their life on people. So maybe you got some unhappy shit going on in your life that you felt like, yeah, I'm going to make somebody else miserable. But that's unfair to the kids I dedicated my life to. I don't do that shit for money. Ain't no money in high school sports. Not where I coach at. So once again, when you speak of my podcast, you better speak of the countless love I show. The countless support I show. The countless guests that I put on my podcast and my platform that I was shedding light on, shedding stories on. Because your child may be one that needed to look at Giovanni Ruffin's story, or Nick Martin's story, or LaShawn Hayes' story, or Butterball's story, Ricky Haley's story. Or the story of a married couple. A guy that's serving the armed forces. Where I was highlighting him as a man, as a husband, as a protector of the U.S. Y'all know y'all love y'all servicemen. Talk about that one. So no, I don't appreciate it. I ain't clipping this shit. Go look at it in the hole. But I'm pissed. But this just life. This life, man. Everything ain't always gonna go your way. People ain't gonna always see your light. People ain't gonna always respect you. It's going to be people that's going to try to stop you. Keep going. Keep going. Don't let them stop your shine. I'm damn sure not going to let nobody stop mine. I'm going to keep being who God intended me to be. The kids, to my family, to my mama, to my girl, to anybody that want to involve themselves in my life. It's not a soul that can ever say they met me and I don't just spew out fucking love, man. Energy. Support. But yeah, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Because that program and them kids didn't deserve you. And Archbishop Spalding, the Archdiocese of Baltimore. If y'all gonna say I broke the code of conduct, you gonna have to be fair all the way around the board. Cause it's a black and white thing. Cause once again, I sit and listen to the lacrosse coach cuss them kids out every day. Shit, he let his kids cuss. Name one kid that I let sit out there and talk like me out there. Go ask them. Name one kid that can tell you I'm out there cussing them out. Now, when I was at Maury, gosh almighty, I used to lay in them. But I knew they could take it. And the first day of the parents' meeting, I tell the parents, hey, look, if they come home and tell you I cussed them out, they won't lie. But one thing for sure, two things, they're going to tell you I encourage them more. They're going to tell you I love them more. They're going to tell you I gave them $5 because they needed some. Come on, man. Y'all going to put some respect on my name when it comes as a coach. And every parent, they want to, listen, don't let them give you the narrative on me. Go listen to this. And my mom told me a couple days ago, you know, maybe, and I am. Because I'm going to start giving people bullets to be able to shoot me. And that's figuratively. That's not literally. I'm not going to give people the ammo to stop me. So some things will change. Because it may be offending people that I love. It may be offending people that I care about. So yeah, I am going to change how I speak. But that was just a conversation y'all could have had with me. And I don't make y'all look bad. I make y'all look good. In just 3 months, a couple of the kids I was coaching nationally qualified. They wasn't before I got there. Number 1 in the state of Maryland in their event. They won't before I got there. So you ain't hurting me. You hurting the kids. You hurting the program. You hurting other people's parents that really believed in me. And I appreciate all the parents that reached out, and that have the empathy in them. That say, you know what? Yeah, you might be wilding up there, but I understand what it is. It's not who you are. It's no real malice in it. These the same people that let their kids listen to hip hop every day. You think my podcast ain't worse what they listening to every day? So if they gonna get it from somebody that's gonna be able to tell them, hey, look, it's a level. Some things is entertainment. Some things is comedy. Some things is you laugh at and you move on. So I ain't gonna keep y'all here, man, but I'm pissed. Rest in peace, Coach Franks. You gave me an opportunity to coach track. I love you for it. I'll never forget it. I'll never be ungrateful for it. I'm so appreciative of you for seeing something in me that a lot of people never saw. Some people were scared to take a chance on me. You gave me a chance. Not only did you give me a chance, you moved out the way and let me get to shine. You could have stayed the head coach for years and reaped the benefits of my sacrifices, of the time I put in. Coach Frank will leave, I still be there. Thinking of ways, investing in ways to make our kids better. So I thank you. I thank you for that, Coach Franks. I'm going to miss you, man. I'm going to miss you. And it's sad that Archbishop Spalding didn't actually, because I only been there, indoor season, a couple months, that they're not going to get a chance to reap the benefits of your seed you sowed in me. You just made me a better man. You made me a better son. You made me a better coach. But I ain't going to stop. I'll be back coaching somewhere soon. And I'll let them know up front. I got some past episodes. They got some adult language in it. And if that's too much, don't hire me. But I got a lot of good in me. My podcast got a lot of good in it. Henny and Fried Crabs podcast. I love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Spam Archbishop Spalding's email. Spam the Archdiocese of Baltimore. Let them know I had way more good in me than bad. That's confusing to me. That a Catholic school and a Catholic Archdiocese, they got more problems than me that they don't address. But I thought, Christianity was about forgiveness, giving chances, showing mercy, showing grace. Clearly, that's not for us. But I will continue to fight with that situation. I'm just not going to go away quiet. I promise y'all that. But I love y'all. I love everybody that's been supporting me, that's been sharing. There's just been being encouraging for my podcast, man, and understanding I'm just out here trying to show love and send love and put people on. And even at I'm going to continue to do, when my podcast get to 1 million views per episode, I'm going to always shed light on the people. Always going to show love to the people that's not on. They need a little push. I'm never going to change. I promise y'all that. I'm going to always wear black-owned stuff, white-owned stuff. I don't care. That don't matter to me. But I'm going to put on for my culture. I'm going to put on for my people. I'm going to show love. And I'm going to have barbershop talk. We're going to laugh. We're going to joke. And we're going to have a good time. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. Y'all see I won't even drinking on this one. Smoked a little hookah. I done broke like 3 hookahs this week. Coach Franks, I miss you. I love you. Reese, I love you, bro. Miss Parker, the Maury staff, all the Maury kids that Coach Frankston touched in his 30 years of teaching and coaching. We gonna miss him. We out.